Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Horde of the Abyss. Here we are in the Forged in Fire campaign. When we last left off, we defeated Decker. It was a bloody battle, I must say, and I've decided that we're going to press on despite the losses, because I think most of the stacks that were there were like fairly weakened anyway, and I think I can afford one nasty loss without throwing the entire campaign. But we'll see. My plan at the moment is we're going to have Henrietta sort of do a few side chores, but then we'll send her to go underground and explore some of these remaining areas, like down here and so on. And then Winona will go into the Whirlpools. So that's the plan for now. HotA might as well grab that. Excellent. And of course, you know, the thing is that with all the external dwellings and stuff, we actually have fairly healthy scaling. Like this here is already another 28 Gorgons, right? Like, so we can sort of replace the losses we got in about a month. I still don't like it, but it's not as bad as it could be. Especially if we're prepared to do some shopping around, because like, for example, there's 45 basilisks sitting here. In the town of Silt, there's like another 226 serpent flies just sitting there, so I could also even potentially start thinking about buying some of these. We'll see on that one. I should also get those pixies at some point. But yeah, like it sucks, but you know, I did think about, oh, maybe I could hand over the Sword of Judgment and things like that, and like, it still really didn't make a massive difference because I've already got on Winona the Greater Null's Flail, right? So that's already +4 attack, so it didn't make as big a difference as you might first suspect. It's a bit far for you, Cuthbert, isn't it? But I guess we'll just have you drop off directly. Alright, well, let's go grab this mage, shall we? I guess we'll grab... How many do we even need? Quest log. There's Practal there. It says time remaining, days left, but then it doesn't say anything. Maybe it's cut off because of the font I'm using. But so yeah, the Decker Gate is down. We can go take that soon. There's another Dagdaro thing over here, interestingly enough. I guess we should go back there at some point. That's another job for Henrietta. Henrietta could do all these sort of interesting little side projects that need doing. But for now, we do need one mage, don't we? Let's check that. Yeah, one archmage. We can manage that. Into the boat you go, please. Thank you. And then head up to the hill fort. Excellent. Alright, Cuthbert, thank you for dropping off the troops. You can go back to your place, and you can come down here. Oren's finally going to get here. He's going to give us the Orb of Tempestuous Fire. That is useful. The 7 fire elementals and 7 energy elementals that will save the Empire. That is nice. Oh, thank you, Karsten. I'm tempted to dismiss the remaining fire elemental because that's going to be annoying to trudge back through the swamp. So, thank you for your service. You are now an Orb of Fire. Very powerful indeed. Alright. Time to head down. Who knows what the other quest guard's going to be, but for now we're on our way. Alright, Henrietta, please drop off and get yourself upgraded. Thank you. HotA. I was thinking HotA can actually clear some of this area. I've forgotten what this Shrine of Magic gesture is. I probably should check. I'm just going to do a little bit of lead save abuse. Don't mind me. Just a little. Just a little. It is Quicksand, which we already have on both of our main heroes. So, not relevant. Back to sailing. Yeah, let's have you clear this area out though, hey? Like, there's plenty of things to do here. Is that the fastest route? I guess, yeah. Either way is going to take a while, so you might as well come around this way. Apparently still only 2 turns. Let's examine what's on that island. Now we're going to collect the Ring of Vitality, of course. It is a useful item, after all. Where is the Vial of Lifeblood? That's the question I have. Obviously, Winona's going to need to be reinforced in a major way, but let's get her back home first, via the toll booth. How quickly can you get here? This is where you shall land. There you go. We can even, as a treat, slip on the boots of speed. It's more like the slippers of speed, because you need to sleep in them overnight to gain the speed. Alright, basilisks. Let's upgrade the basilisks and have them ready. Anything else here? Not really. Okay. So as you get back to your place, you can drop off incredibly slow things. Morale here is apparently quite poor. I suppose we could lose the token archers. Look at that! Oren's developed a new burst of speed. I guess he just needs to hand off this orb of fire to someone useful. Well, Henrietta will be down here eventually. Upgrade! Back in the boat. Excellent. So, now you shall head underwater as well. Underground, even. Is that going to be the fastest route? Or is it going to be up here? There's a toll gate there, though. Not the biggest fan of the toll gate. I guess the subterranean gate is actually faster. Although there's this exit. This exit's going to be good. Okay, in that case, yeah. Sail up here, please, Henrietta. Thank you. Alright, HotA. Land there for us, will you? Thank you. And now Winona. What can we do here? I should have teleported. I was also in the wrong boots. Mistakes were made. Okay. Troops. Let us hire some. Got a replacement dragon. I think we just need to be prepared for a little while to do a bit of reinforcing. So if I go to Silt, for example, there's 226 dragonflies. Serpentflies. And then if I go to... Does Mudshire have a mage guild? It does. You then go to Mudshire. I'm going to leave all the units inside and just sit on the dragons. You can then recover your spell points. And we'll then recruit those basilisks next turn. You know, I could have just town portaled out, but I guess I've made my bed. Alright. We might as well be ready for Henrietta when she emerges from the portal. So what do we have here? An ancient lamp. A young lizardman greeted you at the door. His hut did not look like one of the locals' dwelling. Rather had the appearance of a modest mage's home. What is this lizardman doing here?
Greetings,
he said.
I am one of the few apprentices to tell my 100 thoughts. Following my mentor's advice, I headed to this island, once a coatl breeding ground, but found that someone had already been here before me. There were no signs of violence in the nest, however. That makes me think it was not the work of Child Eater himself. He would not have hesitated to bathe in the blood of the creatures he hates so. I reckon it was one of the witches in his service. I think it might be Prickly. She has found a way to suppress the coatl's will. She then leads them away to sacrifice them. Somewhere underground there is an altar where she is often seen. Hurry up, you may be able to save some of them. Just be very careful when you face Kulti. I heard her magic arrows are deadly. I already know about your victory and the 5 coatls you found in the witch's lair. Please accept these wyverns as a token of my appreciation. They are not coatls, of course, but I am sure they will make reliable allies for you.
I will accept them in a moment. Just going to make some space.
Oh, there's something else. Take this talisman. I don't know who it is or where it came from. It may belong to one of my master's ancestors, but I'm sure he won't mind you owning it now. Would you like to accept Elizabeth's Talisman of Mana?
Well, that's very useful. After all, we need to build that wizard's well. Henrietta's building the components. Well, amassing some of the components. I think wherever they are. Oh, Halon's got them in the capital. This will be useful to have, for sure. We'll drop that off in the future. We're going to make even more space because now we have these genies that are road blocking us. So we'll recruit them. And then drop them off in this gem pond, I guess. Thank you for your service. I suppose we do want to take them just because otherwise we're going to be leaving them behind never to be seen again. I don't know how much the gold matters and things, but hey, we'll grab things that are here. We might as well take the dragons out. Okay, let's reinforce. Again, wearing the wrong shoes. I am messing up badly on that. At least I can town portal back. I suppose I'll town portal to... Well, where am I going? I suppose I go to... Does Marshall have anything? I don't think it did it? No. I guess I'm town portaling to... Drakenmore first. We'll grab these units. Well, some of these units, I guess. Money is still in short supply. We'll town portal back to Mudshire. There we are. Obviously we can't bring everything at once. We're going to have to leave the gargoyles behind again. That is their fate. And they accept this fate. Well, Stitch Day. Stitch Day is over. Alright, Henrietta. Please make landfall. Littering this coast with boats. Let's make sure we're wearing the correct boots. You shall now wear the correct boots this time. Excellent. Now we shall take our stuff and teleport away to Mosswood. No. Moss Den. I suppose I could build a fort here to increase the production of basilisks. Can I get a citadel? Yeah, I could. It is an interesting thought. I mean, it would take a while to pay off, but if I'm desperate for troops, it is an option. Okay. Next we'll town portal to Marshank. Grab the Gorgons. Excellent. Then we'll town portal up to Drakenmore. And upgrade these noble serpent flies. Excellent. The wyverns are a bit of a sticky situation, but we'll see. Backwater. I guess we'll take the centaurs, just to be canyon fodder. Can we get you to move out of the way? There we go. Thank you. So you can see what I mean about, like, we could mostly get away with the losses we had. Mostly. We can't do it again, but we got away with it that time. Do I need to... I think I actually need to get down here first and then get on the boat. I think I messed that up. Well, we'll head for the toll gate anyway, and then... I did mess that up. Next turn, you'll land. And we'll just teleport to Marshank. That's far faster. None of this messing around. I've been wasting days of movement. It's no good. Oh, Aurora, save us from our folly. Defeat the dragons. Can you defeat them a little bit more handily than that? Apparently not. Well, don't defeat the dragons then, I guess. I guess it's just a crown of dragon tooth. I have to hop back on the boat to get to the side, so let's do that. I'm just going to main the swarm of Cyclops. It's going to be a bit spooky, isn't it? Do we outspeed them? I hope so. Do we have good spells on you? We do have slow. We do have forgetfulness. I guess we can make them forget. Okay. Little bit of dropping the ball here, there, and everywhere, but we endure. Alright, go for time. What a journey. Alright, Cuthbert. More troops to marshal. There's also a ton of serpent flies there. Really just making sure we grab everyone. It is adding up. And of course, it is time for more bull collection. Oh, it's another black border guard problem. Right. Zounds of Minotaur Kings guarding a magic well. Well, we can still do the Coatl place, right? Yeah. I popped out of the wrong portal. We can manage. Alright, you can step here. You can pass over the Orb of Tempestuous Fire. Good job, Iron. Back to rallying troops. You might as well grab those serpent flies. As for Henrietta, you can head here. Alright. Zounds of things. Only mildly concerning. Swarm of Cyclops. How about forgetfulness? It's a good start. Alright. Precision. Actually, positive morale somehow. Excellent. Now we've got millions of oceanids. Now he's slow. Oh yes, Counter-Strike on the sorceresses. That's the RNG I wanted. Mistakes were made. That's a bit more like it. There we go. We're doing pretty good here, though. Look at that morale, eh? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it tender? I think so. Especially because we could just cast Bless and then just be done with it. Good example of a fight, though, that's made trivial with the use of a little bit of might and magic. Mostly magic. Alrighty. I'm going to need to cast slow, aren't I? He's already slow, isn't he? Yeah. Well, he didn't choose to attack something that was dangerous, so... Good! Good! 2 level ups. What did you want? 30 gems? In exchange for the Necklace of Ocean Guidance. Well, I have the money, might as well take it. Be even more Mufasa over water. It's sort of irrelevant at this time, but you know. Completionist bonus. Zounds of Vampire Lords. Be slowed. With Bless, I'm happy to send them in. I think we want to fly to the top right. Oh, splitting. Gotta love that. Trying to avoid them running into my things, that's all. I might have to redo this one. Yeah, I don't want to lose units. It's all well and good getting free experience, but it's got to be free, right? Like, I want my money back if I'm not getting free experience. Negative morale? No one's heard of negative morale before. Yeah, I don't know those units. Retreat! Run! Alright, slow them down. We probably should send someone out though, just to distract them all down. There we go. Blessings. Frenzy. That's going to be a dangerous attack. Juicy attack there. With one spell, I made these vampire lords disappear. But now I've got them split, it shouldn't be a problem. It's a monster stack of acids, isn't it? But hey, good experience on her. And the badge of courage. Oh yes. The power. Alright. She has landed. We need to get her into a boat here. Buy a boat at this shipyard. Alright. Please teleport to Marshank. Anything else we require? I don't think so. Apart from... we need to just give the ring over to this guy so Henrietta can collect it later. Excellent. Okay. Enter. You can pass over those things. Head back to the nest. Damicon reinforces. Iron reinforces. Henrietta moves up. Even puts on the right shoes for the day. Excellent. Switches back. Aurora hops into her boat. Winona. And finally, Genoa. Barely makes it, but good enough. So we definitely want to check out some of this stuff up here. That'll make sense. And then we will hop back into the boat. Or do we do this afterwards? I guess we do it afterwards. Because Quaddles are nice, but like, maybe Henrietta just has to grab them herself. Alright, Henrietta, what do we got over here? The Archmage agrees to help you without any particular eagerness, however. You watch the wizard work on the magical barrier for a while longer, and then a previously unseen entrance to the caves of the Quaddles opens up to your view. Would you like to go through? Yes. What's here? The Quaddles appear to be in no hurry to get anywhere, and they pay precious little attention to you. You've heard that the men of Tolmanak's tribe are able to tame these creatures with the help of magic crystals. Perhaps you could do it too. The magic of the crystal has lured several coatls. Do you wish to take them with you? Yes. What a nice magical place. There's a pack of coatls here, and the all-important Garden of Revelation. Well, that's going to be revealing. Okay. Well, we have Starbirds to upgrade. We should probably get on that. Let's head via this route. And head over to Port Evandor. Excellent. Elishar can return home. We mustn't forget that he's carrying the Ring of Vitality, which we'll need Henrietta to collect in a bit. More basilisks. This is basically what's going to undo the previous botched battle, basically. Just all this rallying of troops. If you can't win on the micro, you can win on the macro, isn't that right? We've just got a small concern for how powerful this guy's getting in the background, but, you know. We'll worry about today's problems today. Another 56 serpent flies. Let's end turn. Okay, Henrietta. This is Winona. Into the whirlpool you go. A whirlpool engulfs your ship. Some of your army has fallen overboard. Oh no, not the centaurs. Some dragonflies to deal with. Let's upgrade these basilisks. And sit inside as well. Starting to make some tangible progress, maybe. Let's upgrade these. Excellent. Let's make sure we're nice and ready for the next phase. And of course, more coatls. We accept these coatls. As well as this Garden of Revelation and the gems, and we're now sitting at 116 coatls. A powerful force that could be used to defeat the enemy. Let us now press on to the north and see what's over here. Even wearing the correct shoes for that movement. Excellent. Alright, Aurora. We'll upgrade some troops and then we'll call it an episode. Nothing else for these guys to do. Might as well grab the various resources that are here. Technically we could have got into the water from here with the summoned boat woman, but oh well. No, we don't want to pursue those because they'll suck. We'll take the crystal though. Oh, more centaurs falling overboard. This is another area that hasn't been done yet. Lots of gold. It's almost tempting to stop and grab the star axis. We might as well, like, we're right here. Alright, what about up here, Henrietta? That's right, there was these ghost dragons, weren't there? We had defeated Dagdaro. Anix, one of Dagdaro's henchmen, was gravely wounded in the battle and confessed he'd heard the magic words his master uttered to open and close the passageway to his dwelling. Do you wish to speak then? I do. This is probably gonna suck. Let's see if that's enough to convince the AI to attack them. I mean, we may have speed advantage anyway. We don't. How much of a speed advantage don't we have? 14s, 11. Yeah, not very good speed, is it? If we brought along a neutral dragon, that would actually give us speed. I guess that's going to be the plan. Let's just, for the sake of the video, we'll just wrap this up. We'll see what it is. So we'll see what it is. We're not going to save this. The hut on which Dagdaros settled turned out to be the old dwelling of a lizardman, However, not a trace of the old inhabitants remained there. The huge, hollowed-out tree was brimming of all kinds of scrolls and books. Worthy of special attention were an empty chest smelling of the sea and a pirate pistol laying next to it. Looks like the warlock has been doing business with one of the captains engaged in the slave trade on these islands. Without having found anything particularly interesting and about to leave, you notice the end of an ancient scroll sticking out of a crack behind a bookshelf. Without a doubt, it holds the secrets of resurrection. Do you wish to take the scroll? Well, that changes things, doesn't it? Certainly losing this army was a bit unnecessary. But having the power of resurrection is obviously very powerful indeed. It means that some fights that were no longer possible are now actually quite possible. Well, that's very interesting. We'll contemplate this between episodes. Thank you for watching. When we come back next time, more Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Also, these ghost dragons will reappear. They'll materialize by the power of reloading my save, because I'll bring a dragon along so that can slow them. But yes, resurrection exists. That's useful. Nice. Well, when we come back next time, more Heroes 3. Oh yeah.